seeing how to cultivate and refine oneself through the practice of the second home. Xiefeng. What is the purpose of cultivation and refinement? It is absolutely not to become a good person, nor is it to gain blessings for the next life in the human world. In the cycle of reincarnation, this life and the next life are strangers to each other. Why bother about oneself in a future life one will not even recognize? Cultivation and refinement have only two purposes. One is to attain joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss in this very life. The other is to enable one's life to move on to higher levels of life spaces, just as ordinary people, through cultivation and refinement, can enter the second home. Whether it is for obtaining joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss in this life, or for moving one's life toward the kingdom of heaven, what exactly should we cultivate and practice? We Chinese have a tendency towards seeking quick success and short-term gain. In cultivation and refinement, this manifests as neglecting the building of the soul garden while blindly searching for advanced teachings, techniques, or supernatural powers. This is exactly what Laozi criticized when he said, "The great way is very plain, yet people love shortcuts." And what is the result of taking shortcuts? Both one's life and one's future are delayed and wasted. Why do I say this? Because we must see clearly how to realize joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss in life, and how to live as the celestial beings of the 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, the Elysium world, and the celestial island continent do. How can this be achieved? The second home is a living example. Whatever level of heaven one may wish to reach, one must first learn to live with a community. Separated from community, a person cannot have true joy, happiness, freedom, or bliss. Someone living alone on a deserted island may survive, but will not feel true freedom. If a person living within a group of 100 people can still achieve joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss, that means he or she is already cultivated to a considerable level. What remains then is to learn the practice of death and to open the Dharma, I and Buddha, I, including spiritual abilities. But if someone cannot achieve joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss within a group of 100 people, then nothing that follows can be learned, for the basic foundation is lacking, like trying to build castles in the air. How, then, can one attain joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss within a group of 100 people? The key does not lie in mastering scriptures or gaining some advanced cultivation method. It lies in tending to the garden of the soul. If the weeds in the garden of the soul are cleared away, one can achieve joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss. If the weeds remain, it will be impossible, or at least extremely difficult, to achieve these things. What are the weeds in the garden of the soul? They are jealousy, resentment, comparison, hatred, selfishness, greed, pride, conceit, arrogance, possessiveness, the urge to control, negativity, pessimism, blaming, anger, gossiping behind others' backs, distorting right and wrong, sarcasm, mockery, ridicule, insults, attacking others, treating others as one's emotional trash bin, complaining, lying, prying into others' privacy, spreading rumors, slovenliness, laziness, shirking responsibilities, being overbearing, having a hot temper, excessive ambition, making trouble without reason, forming cliques, and seeking special relationships, and so on. If these weeds are not removed, not to mention reaching the kingdom of heaven, even joy, happiness, freedom, and bliss in this life will be hard to obtain. And uprooting these weeds is very difficult without the refining experience of second home life. In ordinary worldly life, we simply lack the conditions to complete this vast and complex personal project. So, how should we cultivate and refine ourselves? Read thoroughly the Chanyuan corpus, the Xiefeng corpus, and the Chanyuan celestial corpus. Apply to become a Chanyuan celestial. Work to resolve worldly entanglements and strive to enter the second home. In the second home, actively work, repay debts, accumulate merit, and build the garden of the soul. After climbing over the great mountains of romantic and sexual love and achieving a state of no attachments, move on to advanced cultivation. Cultivate spiritual abilities. Learn the practice of death. Practice the meditation of transcending the mortal body, leave the human world, and proceed to the destined place. March 25th, 2011.